All right, welcome back, Pokemon Go players, to another episode of the Purified Podcast. Today is January 19th, 2025. I am your host, Luis Palacios, with my co-host, Chris.
Yo, it's your boy, Pokemon TriggerPlz. We're back at it again. It's been a nice, kind of crazy week for a little bit. Felt like we had 3 events going on at once, because we did. And yeah, it was very interesting. Always something to do in Pokemon Go, I feel like. And excited to talk about today. Just kind of, give our thoughts and feelings. And I don't know, maybe you guys can let us know what you guys think.
Sure, yeah, okay. Oh, man, yeah, it's been an interesting week so far. Just want to make sure that I have something ready. I don't think that's the right one, but okay. Oh, it is cool. All right. Anyway, just typing some stuff anyways. You know, having technical difficulties is always nice, but not having technical difficulties is what you're scuffed the most, but you know how to mean. Aside from that, Pokemon Go, yes, Chris basically said that we had like 3 events in a row. More like consistently since the last 9 days has been all about Tingo Rocket and Fashion Week and Shadow Shinies and all those things. It's been a mess, but that's how the game usually plays until the next one, which actually starts pretty soon now that I think about it. I'll have to remind myself when it does. But we're here once again to talk about Pokemon Go news, updates, and ranting about the game because Chris is very distracted regardless, as much as everybody else. I gotta take a jab at you every now and then, Chris. Come on. What'd you get? 2 first places?
Yeah.
Was it like
2
a neighborhood or
Sneasels.
something? Like very, very like neighborhood, people don't go that route or something, or what? Oi.
Oi.
Anyways, this episode of the Purified Podcast is brought to you by our Patreon. Everything we do here at the Pokemon Freso Network is powered by our community. You can join our community as supporters and premiums. Support us on Patreon for as little as $1 a month. We offer a range of support tiers and various benefits. All patrons will gain access to our Patreon exclusive Discord, which is a fantastic place filled with fantastic people. And it looks like my Elgato is not working today. Elgato during Stream Deck, so I'm just gonna do this. And you guys can check out again. Patreon.com/Pokemon Professor is the wonderful place there. There is a tier if you go see all tiers here that you have for the Purified Podcast. So if you want to become our secret producer, we would greatly appreciate it. We do have wonderful producers for the network already. But if you want to support us individually and all that, plus support the network itself, please make sure you check us out. It'll be again patreon.com/Pokemon Professor for anything in that regard. There's a lot of benefits here and there. Trust me, there's been a bunch of amazing stuff here for you guys to keep in mind when it comes down to it. You can also join for free, but hey, it works. All right, let me see. It's not working? Yeah, I guess it wasn't working. All right, Chris. Well, your week has been, I don't know, it's been actually a couple of days since we actually talked anyway. Less than, 5 at this point? Usually we record a little bit early, but we recorded late last week. Now we're here again. And we got a bunch of other stuff that happened, right?
Yeah. I do think we got a little bit to talk about, especially with the stuff that happened today. How interesting was it? How much time do we have? Plus the event the past few days for Team Go Rocket has been pretty fun too.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Tingo Rocket taken over was probably one of the bigger ones that I had seen so far. And that's because they had, moved over with the Fashion Week. So it really was, I thought it wasn't going to be like the 2 pizza in a pot kind of event when it comes down to it. But then everything was fine. So, which is really, really good anyways. We added technically some older costumes that we were waiting for Fashion Week, while the first half of Fashion Week was the new customs and everything else. A lot of rates, really. A lot of Michino rates just to get that shiny, and nobody probably got it. I don't think you got it, right, Chris?
I didn't rate it once, but I do have a little bit of a funny story.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll go over a whole so that way you can tell your story. But and then
Yeah.
of course we had Shadow Ho Ho raid, or at least also remotable Shadow raids, so which is the very first thing in the first time the Pokemon Go had that, something like that. So yeah, I guess we should probably get into our holes here. What everybody else here is trying to figure out if they want to follow us. So thank you very much for following us. Go ahead, Chris. What you got?
Yeah. Let us take a look. I'll start out by saying I know that I was able to TM off frustration from, or well, obviously, like I only did 2 Shadow Ho-Ohs,
Mm-hmm.
and the one that we did last was the weather boosted one. So I got the TM off of that, and swapped it over to Sacred Fire.
Okay.
And then I also went to my Hundo that I had before, and I did swap that to Sacred Fire. Um, I think I only got 2 shinies for the whole event
Mm-hmm.
for Fashion Week,
Which
and it was
was.
the same shiny. Two shiny Furfrus. But the second one was funny because I got one the first click of the event, right?
Yeah.
And then I did one Furfru raid, and I got the shiny from the raid.
Why were you doing her fur raid?
It was there. It was at my work. It was on top of me. I honestly, a lot of days I don't even get a chance to do a raid because it's just in very awkward spots around me. It's just kind of tricky without like driving to the park to find a raid
Yeah.
that's like doable. 1 star, 3 star. Because I always watch the corner by my apartments to see what's available, and a lot of the times it's at like an awkward time, or it's just not a raid I want. But yeah, I think that's pretty much all I got, shiny or hundo wise. Other than that, I've just been trying to collect as many shadow Pokemon as can,
Mm.
especially Snivy. I made sure to charge TM off of Snivy because I know that one's probably going to be pretty OP.
Yeah.
I can purify Hundo a Cubone that's a 14, 14, 15 shadow right now, but I kind of want to keep it a shadow. Um, but yeah, other than that, nothing really crazy. I haven't got my Palkia yet. I still need to fight a Sierra.
Oh, okay. Well, I still gotta fight the other two, anyways. But
Yeah.
I could have gone a little harder and actually able to do those Tinko Rocket Leaders, but I'm just kind of being like lazy about the whole thing. Regardless, I'll still be able to complete it before the end of the season, anyway, so it's not too bad. I mean, yeah, okay.
Yo.
Okay, well that's cool. I mean, as many shinies that you're able to get, Furfrus is actually pretty good since you can get the other forms,
I
anyways.
don't hate it. I was just very surprised at no costume shiny, like even in the journal, because I had the gacha going a lot.
Yeah, yeah, I've been doing
The
the
Go
same thing.
plus plus.
Excuse me, the drowsy power is strong on this one today. Ah, man, you better get to sleep when you can, brother. Anyways, but yeah, yeah, it's been okay, man. Let me see what I got real. So I got a few shinies, I believe, from
Ooh.
the event itself. You guys probably already seen the sneak peek if you're here, but regardless, I got plus probably the last 4 shinies from the event, but not event shinies. The only event shiny I got was a Sneasel, and I think I already had that. I can't remember. I'll
I
check it out.
didn't.
Also got a Stunky, a Geodude, and a Rattata. Regular Rattata, not the Alolan one, surprisingly. And then during Shadow Ho-Ho raid, I did get 8 shiny shadows.
Ooh.
Yeah. I was not expecting to actually get this many. Everybody else got way less than I did for sure. I was on a dry spell for the first hour, and then the last 2 hours was just popping off. It's like almost back to back at this point. Which unfortunately none of them are purifiable for a Shando.
Yeah, I will say for the Shadow Ho raids, I kind of thought that the IV floor was going to be a little bit higher, to be honest.
So, hey, if I can start yawning and understand this. um, so when everybody was starting to test it out, like yesterday for us, I guess, and everybody was like, also, going crazy over the TikTok ban here in the United States, but whatever the case may be. uh, they discovered that the higher IVs for Ho-Ho was only from 666 to 777 floor, brother. That was their increase.
Okay, it helps, but yeah, no. That maybe I was expecting too much. I don't.
I was I don't think anybody was happy with this whole situation when it comes to it, especially for the promotion. They say that they're gonna have higher reviews and everything. You would think that the floor would hit like the minimal 10-10-10 that we have on regular rates. That will give us a little more leeway. But I guess Niantic realized that their higher EV for some reason would actually made it a little broken to get a Shando if you purify.
Oh yeah, they know.
So hey, anything closer to 10 would have been better, but I mean, I guess 7 is the closest they can get to that.
Because even a 777 shiny would have been a 999.
Yeah. So it's still. I think I believe I got the floor one of the Ho-Hos now that I think about it. The other was like super close to the floor. Let me see if I can remember which one it was. But yeah, it wasn't too bad. Also, I want to give a shout out to everybody who has helped me always be out there. Yeah, actually, this is the one. I did get the floor 777. Man. But yeah, everybody in my local community, they're just been wonderful because we always have a nice little group together. We go and raid as much as we can, either the raid hours or other events out there. So, shout out to Mafia and Oscar and Fern, Ashley, Kiki, Geo, and everybody else, really, because it's so much fun when I'm just like in the car with them and you're like, okay, let's go here, and it goes here, and then everybody screams, it's like, oh, we got a shiny, oh, we got a hundo, oh, we all mess around with each other. It's like, I got the shando, how?
For
But yeah, I want to say thank you so much for all y'all to always being an amazing support, especially since you guys listen to the podcast too, and all these things out there. But you guys are literally my best friends out there when it comes to this game, just everything in general when it comes out to it. So, as your honor, because we are the Purified Podcast, let's go purify this floor Ho-Ho to purify Ho-Ho, going from 777 to 999. Oh man. Yeah, that's beautiful numbers right there, y'all. Still a 1-star. Still a 1-star. That is hilariously amazing. Also, it's gonna get transferred. It's like, I'm not keeping that in my inventory.
Oh no.
Man, but the day itself was good. I mean, we were just having now you can trade it. Yeah, no. I don't need the Hondo. I already got my Hondo regular one. But thank you regardless. So, that was pretty cool, I guess. That was a pretty cool time. And I like just hanging out with the community when I can, especially with my locals. They're just so much fun to hang with every single day. But then the event itself came and went. It has ended as I recorded to the podcast, so it is time to say goodbye to the customs and hello to another brand new week of Pokemon GO, because there's...
I saw a naked Wooper and I was so sad.
He's like, where my hat at? I don't know.
Yeah, the beanie.
He needed that beanie for this week, right? We're gonna be cold as hell here in Florida next week.
Yeah, it just started warming back up in Florida. Yeah, I know some of you guys are probably cringing when you say that, like when we say that, but it was like in the 40s the past few days, and it's just starting to hit the 60s, right?
Yeah. 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 And then, back again. We're going to be like, what, in the 30s by tomorrow or something?
Maybe, yeah,
You guys are going to be colder than I am just because you're a few hours away from me. Hell,
yeah.
it might even snow here in this area. It's actually like a
You
premonition.
never know. If I see snow in Pokemon Go, I'm probably gonna start freaking out.
Bro, if you, yeah, actually that would be a little bit of a freak out just because you don't know what's going to happen.
Melton, Melton.
Melt. Actually, no, the Melton doesn't react to the weather. Even if you put a Melton box on. You're like, is that true? Probably. I don't know. Have you ever seen snow and open a
I
Melton
thought I
box?
saw somebody get a weather boosted Meltane box with the snow.
I don't remember. I don't know. At this point, I'm just stretching the podcast because we do not have
Yeah.
any songs. All right. Well, let's get into our current news of the week, research topics, everything else. We got some interesting one, at least one, because I believe we actually covered most of them through the last podcast. And of course, Pokemon Go likes to give us information as it releases, and probably by the time we release this next podcast, we're gonna have more news anyways. But hey, we'll go over a few things anyways for this week for you guys to remember, if that's the case. All right, Chris, let's talk about ranking up in Pokemon Go. Now, when I say ranking up, do you believe it's level 60 now?
Nah.
You don't look so happy about this.
If it is level 60, I wouldn't be that surprised because I think Victini being on the like face of the poster kind of makes me feel like maybe,
Well,
but
it's not.
it is tricky.
Yeah, it is not. All right, so rank up and earn rewards to your Go Tour victories in with an all new Tour Pass. So we're getting a Battle Pass, y'all, and it's expensive. Trainers, we're ready to take your Pokemon Go Tour. I'm sorry, Pokemon Go Tour Unova adventures to the next level during the global event. A Tour Pass is a new way to maximize your rewards during the Go Tour. The more you play, the more rewards and bonuses you unlock. From February 24th to March 2nd, you can earn Tour points and work your ways to bigger and bigger victories. And speaking of victories, all trainers who upgrade the Tour Pass to the Deluxe one will earn an encounter with Victini and the Victory Pokemon, and the chance to collect a brand new item, the Lucky Trinket. Now you're questioning, what is that? Well, we're about to find out.
Yeah.
The Tour Pass, of course, is available from the 24th to March 2nd. This is February, by the way, so this is actually during Go Tour, so you guys can know. What is the Tour Pass? It is a free, limited-time progressing track during the Pokemon Go Tour Unova and Global. By collecting Tour points, you can unlock rewards, increase your rank, and improve your event bonuses. All trainers will automatically receive the Tour Pass at no cost on Monday, February 24th at 10 a.m. local time. You can collect Tour points and rack up to get additional rewards through the end of the event on Sunday, March 2nd at 6 p.m. local time. Give me 1 second because I'm actually figuring out. Is the Go Tour the same weekend or just the Monday off? It says that you get it on February the 24th, but Go Tour is on the 21st. At least the live action one.
Is that global or in person?
Global is, I believe, the weekend after. Oh, so this is only for global. Okay, that makes sense. I thought it was actually for the IRL experience too.
Yeah, so the in person part might be you get Victini a different way, maybe.
Yeah, so maybe I would have been cool to actually have it for the real life experience. But I guess we already have all the bonuses that the tour would have given us anyway. So, but we're
I'm definitely interested to see how it is, especially if it's free.
Yeah. All right. So rewards the rewards unlocked in the tour pass will expire on Sunday, March 9th at 6 p.m. local time. Be sure to claim your rewards before they're gone. So it's limited time where you can claim the rewards and all that. A paid version of the Tour Pass called the Tour Pass Deluxe will be available for trainers looking to upgrade rewards and faster progression. When you upgrade the Tour Pass Deluxe, you'll get an immediate encounter with the mythical Pokemon Victini. So basically, you already pay, you get the encounter. All trainers can encounter Victini by purchasing the Tour Pass Deluxe, even if they caught it before. At least we get a second chance, right? While progressing through the Tour Pass Deluxe, you'll be able to claim all the rewards from both the free Tour Pass and the Tour Pass Deluxe. You can upgrade the Tour Pass Deluxe at any time and still collect rewards from previous unlocked tiers. Have you played Monster Hunter now, Chris?
No.
Okay. Basically, it's the same thing that they're doing with this. They have one of those seasonal passes that that you buy or not buy, or you do it for free, not free, and all that. And then if you buy it, you can collect all the rewards from the pass itself as long as you complete the tasks. So it's basically the same track. So they're just pushing it over here from Master Now to Pokemon Go at this point. Traders with the Tour Pass Deluxe can also earn a brand new item, the Lucky Trinket, when they reach the higher tiers. Rewards unlocking the Tour Pass will expire. Yeah, okay, yeah, they already told us that. I mean, why are you making me say that like 3 times a day? But I guess that's the point because they don't want to forget.
You say it in your dreams.
There is a little like snippet of how the Tour Pass looks. It's basically like a battle pass. Scroll down, up and down. You can see all the rewards. I see things like candy for specific Pokemon, extra large candy for specific Pokemon, insets encounters, regular encounters, Pokeballs, and all that bunch in the end of the day. And that's for both tracks. You also get experience in some of them, I guess. Collecting the Tour points. While you begin your Tour Pass with no points, your first reward will already be unlocked. The Go Tour 2025 T Avatar item. You can collect the Tour points to reach larger rewards, unlocking items, and ranking up as you go. You can earn the Tour points in 2 ways. Activities like catching Pokemon, completing raids, hatching eggs, and each earn you a small amount of points. The more you play, the more you earn. So basically, be more active playing when this happens. It says you want to earn points faster. A new type of task, past task, will be available, and completing them will award you with even more points. Completing this quick event team task will help you collect more points and rank up, getting you more rewards in less time. So they'll give us like free research, I guess, or something similar to it, unless you have to find them. But I don't think you have to find them, right?
No idea.
Yeah.
Maybe the past tasks are just tougher. I don't know.
Probably. Maybe it says like win 5 raids or something, and you're like, what?
Yeah.
Past tasks refresh daily from Monday the 24th to Friday, February 28th. During the Go Tour Unova Global, past tasks will refresh every hour from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. local time. So throughout most of the days, from the 24th to the 28th, you'll have at least one or a few tasks that you can do, depending on how they order here. But then during the Global Tour, the fast tasks will refresh every hour from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. local time. I guess that's a good way. I guess since you're already playing Global Go Tour, you're just making sure you're progressing to the pass pretty easily, I guess, you know? All right, before we continue on, any thoughts on this before we get into more information?
So I definitely think it's a cool way to keep you engaged. I think so many of us just get right into the shiny checking, right? Some people might not enjoy this because it might take away from the shiny checking of the events.
Mm-hmm.
But if it gives you things like XP, Stardust, maybe raid passes, and especially if it's giving you like a new Pokemon, mythical Pokemon, I think a lot of us are going to enjoy it long term. But I think after this event, we'll definitely know how everyone feels about it.
Yeah, they are testing this in a way that it looks like it's gonna be a seasonal pass from here on out. But they're testing it during the Go Tour Global just to give it an umps to see if people really want to buy into this thing and everything. Remember, guys, this thing can be free at anything, so you don't have to buy the deluxe edition of this pass if that's the case. It's just one of those things that you can do and expand your experience in the game and throughout the event itself that will allow you to do more things in the future or get more things in the future, I guess. But okay, so it says ranking up. How about you go over this, Chris?
Okay. By collecting tour points, you'll be able to see how far you've come. You'll see your. Oh, that's weird. You'll see like the progress on the sides. I'm assuming they'll light up kind of like the research, uh, like completes. Like
Yeah.
how they start out as like white and then they turn like an orangish yellow when they're completed, and then you can click on them. I think it's going to be like that probably.
Hmm.
And they say you will have minor and major milestones, and you can unlock small rewards like Pokemon encounters, Pokemon candy, and Pokeballs, and more. The milestones will give big rewards like stickers, avatar items, and even a special Pokemon encounter. I think we know the kind of special Pokemon encounter we're all going to be looking out for. And then
We do.
each time you reach a major milestone, you'll also increase your event bonuses. So during Pokemon Go Tour Unova Global, you'll increase your catch XP for each major milestone you hit. 1.5 for Tier 2, uh, 2 times catch XP upon reaching Tier 3, 3 times catch XP upon reaching Tier 4. So it adds up, especially if you're trying to get XP. You're
Yeah.
gonna want to, get that up as soon as possible before
Hmm.
you catch a bunch of Pokemon.
Yep.
And research is showing that even more bonuses may be increased by ranking up your Tour Pass. So keep your eyes peeled. I'm really curious if this has to do with the Lucky Trinket, but
Hmm.
maybe they talk about that later on.
Probably.
For trainers with the free tour pass, reaching a final major milestone will award you with a special encounter with a Zora that has a special background. Very cool.
Well, it is
And
Unova.
hmm?
It is Unova.
Yes, fan favorite.
Hmm.
For trainers who upgrade to the Tour Pass Deluxe, reaching the final major milestone will award you with the Lucky Trinket. Um, And oh yeah, literally talk about the devil. Here it is.
So
Uh,
the lucky trinket, how to earn
yeah.
it, and what is this brand new item the Pokemon Go is introduced into the game? Uh, well, I mean, they say it's your lucky day. Well, I guess so. The lucky trinket is a new Pokemon Go item. Will debut as the final reward of the Tour Pass Deluxe during the Pokemon Go Global Unova Global. I mean, I say global twice, but you know how I mean. It says a lucky trinket is a one-time use item that can be used to turn one friend from your friends list into a lucky friend.
Ooh.
When used, the lucky trinket will set the status of you and your chosen friend to lucky, even if you are not best friends yet. When you're lucky friends with someone, your next trade will with each other, both your Pokemons will become lucky Pokemons. After the trade, your lucky friend status will clear, just like any other lucky friend that you have. This exciting item, it only stays in your item bag for a limited time, so don't forget to use it. The lucky trigger earned as a part of the Go Tour Unova Global will expire on Sunday, March 9 at 6 p.m. local time, regardless when you claim it. It says also you have to at least be great friends with that trainer to be sure to apply that lucky trinket. So you at least have to have 7-day interaction when it comes down to it. And yeah, that's the trinket. So why do you think that this is probably one of the most broken items that we had in the game in a while?
I don't know about broken.
I
I don't know
wanted to at
about
least set you up on,
broken.
on that, brother.
I will say I'm imagining two people having a lucky trinket, trading, and then activating the lucky trinket and trading again because each person is probably going to have one, right?
Yeah, so think of having a group of 6 people actually having it. Each one of them has a lucky trinket. They haven't had a lucky trade at all. Most than likely will have special up to six special trades throughout the weekend, or whatever the case may be on that during the global tour. And remember, that also means that you have to use, if you want to use your special trade for the day for that. So if you don't have it like on the day specifically, you can use another day to use it. You just have to make sure you use it before March 9. So I was talking about this with our crew, our community, my community, and they said, or at least I told them, it's like if everybody has at least one, we can always chain together each lucky friend for each one of us that we wanted to do. So one will do it for us, then we'll do the trade, then we'll do the other one, and since the other person has another one, then you'll just chain it together until you're finished with the trades at the end of the day, you know. That's also if you have that many special trades to do, but you make sure you have to use it before that time runs out.
Yeah. Yeah, this seems like a godsend for people that have been waiting to hit lucky with that one friend so they can trade that one Pokemon they've been holding on to for each other. So now's your time to claim it if you don't happen to hit lucky friends before this. But at least we all got a trade to look forward to now.
Yeah, definitely. We gotta actually do our trade because we've been lucky friends for a while, haven't we?
Good point.
Yeah, we gotta do that before. Well, I mean, it depends if we want to do it before or after the weekend and all that. We'll figure it out, I guess.
Yeah.
Real quick. So, how do we get the deluxe, or I'm sorry, the tour pass at that point? So, the tour pass is available for everybody for free on Monday, February 24 at 10 a.m. local time, and you can start collecting points and rank up to unlock the rewards through the end of the whole event on Sunday, March 2nd at 6 p.m. local time. Since it's available, you can also the deluxe portion can also be bought in the web store and in-game shop on that same Monday if you want to. So the deluxe version will cost you $14.99 or equivalent to your pricing tier or local currency. Of course, they did that list here: the encounters with Big Teeny, event team Pokemons, one lucky trinket, and more event team items and whatever. Which is great because again, it says that you will be able to encounter Big Teeny even if you already caught another one in that sense. You can also, if you want to, you can buy the deluxe pass and plus 10 ranks if you buy it from the web store. However, it is going to be $20 instead of 15, so an extra $5 just to get those extra 10 ranks. What do you think, Chris? Do you think that this is a good deal? Aside from, of course, getting the pass, the deluxe pass itself.
I don't know if it's worth $20 right now. I mean, if you need the XP, maybe, but for me, I just personally don't feel like it's worth the $20. The 15, I kind of get it. Instant Victini, and also the lucky trinket to get that lucky trade out of the way that you probably been waiting for, trading a Pokemon that's, not easy to come by. But $5 extra to complete something that you can complete on your own if you play the event, I don't know.
Yeah, it really depends on how hard the task is going to be for the whole passes and whatever the case may be when it comes down to this tour pass. Because we don't know how the structure is going to be yet, how we're going to earn the points. I know the minor points and the bigger points and the milestones and all that is a thing, but it's how hard you're actually going to have to really work to make sure you complete the pass before the end of the event. Which, again, we don't have. We will have an spare time from the 24th to the 2nd, but that's what, 6 days at best or something? Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. So we got to make sure that you complete it. Now, of course, if you think that you're not going to play as much as possible before we go to global, because during global we'll have, every hour rotating passes and all that, and to be able to earn points, it just feels like you may not be able to do as much. You might as well just get the 20, get the extra 10, and then be able to do as much as possible. I see a prismatic evolutions ETB on your desk now. Oh man, I've been looking for one. Is that the Pokemon Center one?
Yeah, I opened up one of them.
Yeah. Did you get anything good?
It was fun. Nothing, no like SIRs or anything.
Nah.
But it had enough in it that I wasn't like disappointed.
Well, that seems about right. And sorry again for taking off track, but prismatic evolutions is one of those things in the end of the day. Yeah, true, Mafia, but in the end of the day, I feel like there's a way that you can just not spend as much. So I feel like the $15 is not as correspondence.
The $15 I can justify if, like, trust me, if anybody wants to spend the money on it, I understand it. It just feels like the 21 is just like if you want to instant get the rewards, but I think you can earn the rewards for free on those.
Yeah, I mean, just like it says, so to earn points through the pass, you just have to play the game. Just
Yeah.
hatch eggs, catch Pokemons, do raids, do tasks, whatever the case may be, you get and go forward with the points. It's not like throughout the pass it's gonna tell you, hey, you're stuck on this specific one because you need to do the X amount of raids or X amount of things. No, every time you do something in the game will earn you the points. So if we're already playing literally 14 hours out of our day when we're either at work or using the Gold Plus or even doing raids when we can, I mean, I hatch eggs like crazy, so I'm pretty sure that I'll be able to get as many points as that possible. So either way, you're playing the game as consistently as you can. And now, of course, if you're somebody who doesn't play as consistently as we do, then the $20 is a little more enticing if you just want to complete it through the global gold tour. So it's the small little things, Chris. It's the most small little things. However, we'll always say spend wisely. This game is expensive when it can be, and we don't want to put all our money into this just because it's how it works. Trust me. I prefer you actually spending on prismatic evolutions if it wasn't for that, but So, no, don't get that set right now. It's too expensive. Unless you can get
Spend on Mr. Crime.
Mr. Crime. It's like traumatic evolutions, I think it's called now, right? Man. But yeah, it's just one of those things to keep in mind. But this seems like their way of introducing the battle pass into the game. I hope that this actually extends into a seasonal pass instead of just a weekend pass or a week pass. Just because we have other events that will entice us to get this kind of thing in the end of the day.
Yeah, I'm hopeful for it because it looks more fun than like a special research story kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably their goal, but we'll see.
You know that they say that Professor Willard has been missing from the special research story in Community Days, so we don't see as much.
Has he been in like one of those wormholes? Because I feel like we're still missing a few of them. Maybe I'm crazy.
Yeah, it seems interesting that the narrative of Professor Willard has been basically being diminished in the last few, at least the lore itself. Is this something that we're planning to? I don't know. Is this like a narrative that the whole tour pass is gonna be a thing eventually? I just want a seasonal pass. That would be a lot easier than having to buy this $5 extra tickets every single time, even if it's already 15 for the same thing for like the expedition or whatever. I prefer to buy this pass than having to buy the rest of the other things. Just because the bonus is just feeling a little bit better and expands your experience in Pokemon Go. But yeah, I think that's my full thoughts. I know that the free version of the pass is going to be less exciting, even though it's still free, so it still expands the experience. But of course, the 15 Deluxe Pass seems to have the one item that you want the most, which is basically the Lucky Trinket item. And the Victini, really. I mean, it would be cool if they just say it's like, oh yeah, we forgot it's also going to be a shiny Victini because it's gold.
Oh my god.
Hey, Victini is part of Gen 5. We got to get the shiny regardless.
Yeah, well, you got to get the Arceus. We still haven't even gotten a regular one yet.
It's funny that Pokemon Company actually released Shiny Maleta like half a year before we actually get Shiny Maleta in Pokemon Go. Oh man, that's just one of those things. I wish they would actually do the same for Victini, but I don't understand why Victini is such a rare occasion for them to release. I mean, they already did Violetta, so why not Victini?
It's like they don't want us shiny hunting. They just want to give us them randomly now.
Yeah. Maybe they'll be like, hey guys, you can also get a Victini in Pokemon Legends CR or something. So CA or something. I don't know. I don't know. It really depends on a lot of factors. Pokemon in general has been a very quiet place until next week. Also, I don't know if anybody has actually noticed, but we got our Nintendo Switch 2 news. So, and you know what? I was right. I knew it was gonna happen this month, even if it wasn't the same day that I thought it would be. But hey, they already announced it. It's gonna be a thing. That means the Pokemon can actually say, hey, we're gonna have a presentation next month, and you guys are gonna love it because Pokemon Legends CA is probably gonna announce. I'm actually excited for all the games now that we're getting to this next anniversary option because there's a lot of games that I play in Pokemon now that I'm really excited about. How about you, Chris?
Yeah, I think I'm definitely going to be getting the Switch 2 for the living room because Julie and I have been talking about whose Switch are we going to put out in the living room. And if we just put a Switch 2 out there, I think we're good.
I mean, are you going to trade in one of your other Switches, though?
I don't know because we got a Switch each for our computers.
So you guys are doing your own thing.
I'll see what's up.
Yeah. But yeah, it's one of the things. Now, after that, since we covered most of the news already, I believe we have not a lot of news from there. We're gonna take a quick break, real quick, guys, and we'll back in just a second. And don't worry, anybody who's actually in the stream right now, we're just taking a small break for the audio program, so just make sure you keep an eye on that. Man. I hope that everybody's having a good night so far. I really feel like I spend too much time playing Pokemon GO, but hey, that's how my life is on Sundays every now and then.
Yeah, it's been a good night.
It's been a good time. All right, let's get back into it, shall we? I didn't have any water, so I gotta get some water later. We're back, and I hope you guys love those small little ads here and there from everybody, so that'd be great. Chris is surprised, because it is how it is.
Surprise Pikachu.
Nah, more like trigger, but you know.
What?
You're triggered. You don't know what I'm talking about, do you?
I didn't hear you.
Nah, never mind. Don't worry about it. Actually, now that I realize that my volume has been low the entire time, why didn't you tell me that, Chris?
I wasn't sure if it was just me. To be honest.
Well, I recorded Sleep It Off with Justin the other week, and I forgot that my mic gets set to low for some reason. And I just forgot. Also, anybody in the chat would have actually mentioned that. That would have been great, but thank you. You know? And you guys are going to hear half of this podcast literally in low volume. Thank you. Anyways. All right, so let's get back into it. There's just a few small other things that we just got to cover or recover because this is something that we technically already covered last week and we are excited about. But I don't know. Are you still excited about Dynamax Birds starting Monday?
Yeah, it'll be fabulous.
It is a holiday for me, so that's nice.
Just for just so I don't have to type it, strong like virtues. It is going to be in magnetic lures. Rookity is going to be spawning though. Yes. In the magnetic lures for whatever reason. And I forget, is it an eggs?
It's going to be an eggs too. It's going to be like 2 kilometer eggs or something like that.
But yeah, I'm definitely excited for the Dynamax legendaries.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad they're starting out with Articuno, so we have a little bit of quad weakness. I'm scared for Zapdos, though. I feel like I need a good group for that.
Yeah, we're trying to get a group together for tomorrow just to see how it goes, and hopefully it's going to be nice.
Yeah, I think Andrew's going to be off tomorrow, so I should at least have him. But, you know, Disney Springs is usually pretty safe.
Yeah. Keep a lookout for Campfire, y'all, because I'm sure that the community is going to try to do something for those specific raids. And again, I'm off tomorrow, so I really don't have to worry about having to coordinate after work or something like that. It's just, I'm probably going to have to coordinate next Mondays, but that's just me. But again, Articuno is starting tomorrow on January 20th. We'll have Zapdos on 27th and Moltres on the 3rd. Now, we did go over all of this information last week, so you guys can check that out. There's a few pointers for today to remind you. Of course, they're 5-star max battles, so they're typical 6-star Gigantamax, and they're 3-star, Cryogonal. It's still going to be stronger than Cryogonal, but weaker than the Gigantamax at that point. There's also the time research and the bonuses, which actually, if you play in Pokemon GO right now, you can see the time research in your today view and whatever. And if you complete those, it gives you encounters with Dynamax Pokemons that can help you throughout other times, especially if you don't have a Dynamax Pokemons yet. Which you do kind of need a Dynamax Pokemons when you enter the game the first time, and then you need to get them for this time research anyway. So in the end of the day, you still got to get your Wooloo. So it kind of like rotates into it. But the encounters that we had throughout the 17th to 20th today, Charmander, Beldum, and Scorbunny. So those Pokemons, the fire Pokemons, Beldum being a steel type Pokemon against Articuno, it really helps out. There's really not a really viable rock type that you can do to Dynamax yet, unless I'm wrong in some ways.
Not a rock type, but I think Phalanx gets rollout.
Well, let's check it out. I don't think I have more than 1 or 2 Phalanx.
Counter, rock smash, counter. Okay, maybe not.
It gets counter, and it already has rock smash. So no, it doesn't get any rock type moves, or at least any fast line. Remember that the fast attack is the one that determines your Dynamax attack throughout battle. So it would have been nice if they would have give us actually, is Dribble gives you 1 or something? Let me check. Dynamax Dribble.
I know it gets steel.
Yeah, let me check on the elite here. No, it gets Must Lepers matchup at that point.
Yeah, I guess you could give it a steel quick move.
Yeah.
And then rock slide.
And
then just have the rock slide. And then just have the rock slides slash it up a little bit. Yeah, Skovet and its evolution don't get anything like that, do they?
No, I don't think so. But I went on Twitter, and there is Shadow.
Oh, you know what does?
What?
Double.
I
know Double gets rollout.
Double. Why is the double there? Hold on, let me check to make sure. No, I don't want to see Chinese. Wooloo, Dynamax, and then where's my good double? Wait. Oh no, that's not it. Is this the one? Yeah, that is the one. I haven't evolved yet. I kept that as a Wooloo for the longest time.
Yeah, I don't even have a double yet.
Yeah. So just for a little bit of information again, I'm chatting now with somebody on Twitter named G47IX. Gives us a nice little infographic on how the what you can use throughout max battles and everything. Let me also check here real quick. No, it gets double kick as a fast move. So double doesn't get a rock type move.
What?
Yeah.
What Pokemon am I thinking of? Is it Dunsparce? I'm crazy today. I'm just loco.
Yeah, but again, it has to be Dynamax Pokemon. So again, for you guys, the same information. Again, Articuno is double weak to rock. However, Steel, Fire, and Electric will also be very effective against this. The CP, I believe, for the Hondo is going to be 1,743 CP. It says that the max lobby can be of 4. Max lobbies can be of 4. We'll be able to beat it, so I don't know about that. I will figure out when we get there. The recommended counters will be Metal Claw and Rock Slide with max Steel Spike for Dribble. Yeah, whatever the name is.
Excadrill?
Yeah. Thank you. You also can use Toxtricity with Spark and Wild Charge with Gmass Stun Shock for the ability. Metagross with Bullet Punch and Meteor Match. Remember, I believe Meteor Match is a community day move, so you may have to Elite TM that if you need one.
Yeah.
Fire Spin and Blast Burn with Charizard. And also it can be a Gigantamax Charizard if Chris has done a few.
Yeah, I'm surprised they're telling you to get a blast burn on your Charizard. That's another one you got to elite.
TM it, yeah. And then you get regular Toxtricity instead of the G-Max, and you can use Spark and Wildfire for those kind of moves in the end of the day.
Yeah, Toxtricity should help a lot.
Yeah. Again, if you power up your max move, make sure you use guards, heal your teammates, help as much as you can when it comes down to it. Being the very first legendary Dynamax Pokemon seems to be like out of nowhere when it comes down to it. But I guess they're trying to keep it fresh and rotating at some point, because technically all Pokemons can Dynamax. The ones in Sword and Shield are all the legendaries, so we'll get some pretty good stack in there. Can you imagine?
I want to get the special ones, man.
Well, can you imagine like Dynamax Zygarde at some point?
Oh no! Yeah, I think I can. I think I can imagine it. We fought that thing like 20 times and beat it like once.
Yeah, I know, right? Well, the difference is that in the Dynamax Adventures, in the main series games, you had to battle with rented Pokemon.
Yeah, what they gave you.
And here, you're at least be able to kind of plan it. So, actually, now that I think about it, if you do get a really good Articuno from this, you will have an Ice type against Zygarde in the future. Although I'm pretty sure we'll get better Ice types at that point anyways.
Yeah.
We
got Cryogonal. What do you mean? We got Cryogonal.
Just wait, y'all. Just wait. It is all part of the plan to make sure that you have everything for, the bigger hitters out there in the future. Oh, man. This is going to be wild to start seeing more Dynamax Pokemon's legendaries and all that in the future, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm actually excited for Dynamax Zapdos, Articuno, and Moltres. So we'll see. Because, obviously, we've had them in raids forever.
Yeah, I mean, Articuno was the very first legendary to come into Pokemon GO in 2017. And it's been 8 years to the exact point since they were released. So, almost, technically. But, So, definitely something to keep in mind that things like this are what makes this game a forever game. So we got about another year and a half before we technically get our 10-year anniversary in this game, and that's gonna be a wild time of speculations. So, but yeah, we'll keep out for that for y'all. Also, Stern Libraries, thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate it very much. Helps out a lot. What is going on out there?
My cat is screaming.
It's like, I want to get in. Bye-bye. Anyways.
She just wants attention.
Of course. But then, is anybody else in the house?
Yeah, Julie's here.
Yeah. It's like, no, not yet. Wah! Anyways. But yeah, so keep an eye out for the birds, guys. Make sure you're ready with some counters. I have a couple of counters being Charizard and Metagross anyway, so I'm ready to go when it comes down to it. I just hope that the team that we have later will also be helpful in the long run. So we'll see. But yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. We'll get you guys our findings for next week, y'all. Chris, too bad you're not gonna be here. I'm just kidding. Anyways, let's get into some quick PvP action. Get good, get wrecked. Here we go. So, PvP, GBL Battle Week, it's coming, y'all. We already talked about this, but let's recap real quick. It is time to get your boxing gloves on because, it is Battle Week. All right, let me go back to the blog post because people, it is how it is. During the week, starting on Tuesday, January 22nd at 12 a.m. to Sunday, January 26th at 11:59 p.m. local time. Force-time rewards from win rewards. Or force-time rewards. Force Stardust. Remember, the maximum amount of battles you can do go from 20 to 100 in battles. Free battle team time research will be available. It includes with the shoes of the avatar that we have, Grimsley from the Unova region Elite Four. And then Pokemon GO encounters in the Battle League rewards will have a wider variance of attack, defense, or HP. So you can get your PvP Pokemon through that, but that only if you win at that point. So yeah, are you excited? Not excited? Have you done any PvP now? I haven't.
I haven't really done any yet. I will say the fact that Sandile is the level 6 rewards for GBL does kind of make me want to do it more. Because I've only hatched like 2 Sandile since its shiny has been available.
Right.
I do have a few in eggs right now because I'm trying to get that Shriddle, but we'll see what happens.
And do remember that the leaks on during Battle Week will be, of course, when it starts on the 21st at like midnight or something. It's gonna still be Master League and the Color Cup Great League Edition. Once the 21st, I think like at 4 o'clock or 1 p.m. at the daytime, at least our time, it will switch over from the Great, Ultra, and Master League, and that will go over until the end of the Battle Week event. So get your Master Pokemon ready, because you gotta spend the Stardust, you gotta spend that XP, you gotta spend that extra large candy, and you gotta raid like a madman. So if you don't, just stick with Great League, you'll be fine.
Color Cup.
All right, well, I think that's it. I got nothing else.
Yeah, I think that covers about all of our thoughts. It was interesting to see some people argue for the $20 thing for Unova. At the end of the day, it's your money. Use it however you want.
Spend it wisely and how you like it.
Yeah, so I'm very glad to see what other people are thinking on that. Yeah.
Of course, we still not have too many news about how LA is gonna work. I think LA is still very much active for the real life event.
Yeah, it's active. Yeah.
Quote unquote, but it's still a tough situation to look into, just knowing that everything else that's happening in Los Angeles seems to be very, very scary. So I don't know what Niantic is thinking, and if it is, they are thinking that please announce it as soon as possible so we can rearrange our plans. I don't think I can take off the dates off anymore if they do reschedule it to another date. It's just gonna be interesting how they're gonna look into it, because my workplace.
I guess they're waiting until the last second, just hoping everything goes all right.
Yeah, but the last second for a lot of people just basically says it's like you're gonna have to cancel all your time and money and everything that you already basically.
Yeah, I already know. I already know they're terrified of the idea of telling people, "Hey guys, due to the fires, we're just not gonna do it." So, good luck, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, the Rose Bowl is actually being used as an evacuation zone, more like resources and everything are put in there. So it really depends if things are gonna be as well as that. Now, they could be like, "Hey guys, go ahead and play anywhere you want to around this city of LA. Just make sure you don't go to the fires or something like that." It's like, it's hard to know that if they are going to still have an event in LA, they will have to be responsible of people actually going there, and that's not good for Niantic. So it's not good for any company at that point.
Yeah, if anyone listening does end up going, definitely do everything you can to not breathe in the smoke. Like they specifically let people stay home from work and stuff if the smoke smog is too crazy.
Yeah, and also anybody who actually lives there or is going through it right now, how are you preparing yourself for any kind of daily activity if you're closer? I know that you're not going to be super close to the fires, but at the same time, you're not going to be being in the most healthy situation at all, even if it's windy or anything. So we're hoping for a few rainy days in the future for them to actually come through, but that seems unlikely since we're still in the middle of winter at this point. So, but stay safe out there, guys. I hope that everything will goes well. And with that being said, of course, thank you so much for listening to the podcast. We really appreciate it. Make sure you check us out at any of the podcast services fees between Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and Amazon Music. We would greatly appreciate it if you can leave us a review. You can follow our social media. Hey, we can be a TikTok again, But Purified Podcast on Twitter, X, or however you call it, or Pure Let It Go, Pokemon Trigger Please, PkmnTriggerPlz with a C at the end. You can email us anything to the purifiedpodcast@gmail.com for anything that you guys want to show. Remember, guys, make sure you join the patreon.com/PokemonProfessor for the Patreon, so that way you can get into our exclusive Patreon and wonderful community of people out there that have a passion for loving and Pokemon and podcasting at the Pokemon Professor Network, with shows like Gotta Watch Them All, Lure Up, Special Conditions, Sleep It Off, Good Morning Johto, After Darkrai, Gotta Watch Them All, and all those. So make sure you check us out at the PokemonProfessor.com/Purified or the wonderful time out there. With that being said, Chris, take us away for the night.
Yeah, be sure to follow us on TikTok if you haven't already. Yeah, we don't have a TikTok. But
I have a TikTok, I just never use it.
Yeah, I never made one personally. But hope you guys have a fabulous week. We're looking forward to catching up with you guys next week. Honestly, I think the Lucky Trinket is a great addition. I hope you guys are looking forward to getting them lucky trades in. And yeah, we'll catch you guys with even more news next week. Stay safe out there. And yeah, tune in, see what we got going on. But yeah, I don't know what I'm saying. Peace.
Keep purifying them, everybody. We'll see you guys next time.